In a world where Leonardo DiCaprio's dating pool seems to reset every time a model turns 25, it's refreshing and, frankly, iconic to see famous women shrug off society's double standards and live their romantic lives exactly how they please. These women aren't just breaking age gap taboos. They're rewriting the rules of love, confidence, and public perception. Let's take a look at some of Hollywood's fiercest age gap trailblazers. Women who've dated younger men and handled the inevitable eyebrow raises with class, wit. Madonna, the queen of pop, and of doing whatever she wants. If there's one thing Madonna has taught us over her 4-decade reign, it's that rules exist only to be broken. She shocked audiences with her music videos, reinvented pop tours into spectacles, and brought couture to MTV before most people even owned a VCR. So it's no surprise she's equally fearless about love. Madonna has dated younger men throughout her life, but one of her most talked about romances was with Brazilian model Jesus Luz. He was just 22, she was 50, and fresh off another reinvention. Predictably, critics had a field day. Commentators clutched their pearls, tabloids printed headlines dripping with judgment, and strangers debated the morality of a consenting couple's love life. Madonna's response? A dismissive shrug and a clear message. If men can date younger women without backlash, why shouldn't women enjoy the same freedom? Fast forward to today, and Madonna is still rewriting the script. At 67, she's dating Akeem Morris, a 28-year-old soccer player. Their relationship plays out joyfully on Instagram. Selfies, videos, and tender moments that feel spontaneous rather than PR polished. The reaction has been mixed, of course. Some fans cheer her on, others mumble disapproval. But Madonna remains unbothered. She's never needed the world's permission to express herself, and she's not asking now. Her love life, like her career, is a masterclass in owning your narrative. Madonna doesn't just date younger men. She challenges the assumption that women must fade quietly into the background after 40. And honestly, we're here for it. Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher. When Demi Moore and Ashton Kutcher made their romance public in 2003, the cultural reaction was somewhere between fascination and chaos. Demi was 41, a mother of 3, and an established Hollywood powerhouse. Ashton was a 25-year-old heartthrob best known for that 70s show and a string of goofy comedies. The age difference? 16 years, and apparently too much for early 2000s tabloids to handle. People couldn't stop talking. Late-night comedians turned their age gap into punchlines. Gossip magazines ran weekly cover stories with side-eyeing headlines like, "Is Demi too old for Ashton?" Yet through the noise, the couple seemed genuinely smitten. They walked red carpets hand in hand, gushed about each other in interviews, and built a blended family with Demi's daughters and ex-husband Bruce Willis in the mix. The marriage lasted 6 years, longer than many Hollywood unions where the partners are the same age. Demi has since admitted that the intense public scrutiny was tough, but she also helped pave the way for more open conversations about age and love. Whether you loved or hated the pairing, there's no denying Demi and Ashton cracked open a cultural door. Suddenly, the idea of a glamorous, successful woman dating a younger man didn't seem so impossible, even if the media still wasn't ready to fully embrace it. Cher and Alexander Edwards. Few people embody self-determined living better than Cher. The music and style legend has been reinventing herself since the 1960s, breaking barriers long before hashtags existed. So when Cher, at 77, stepped out with 37-year-old music executive Alexander A.E. Edwards, the internet predictably exploded. Memes flooded timelines. Twitter tried to turn their romance into a math problem. If Cher is 77 and A.E. is 37, how many Grammys does it take to not care? And while skeptics raised eyebrows, Cher delivered one of the greatest celebrity clapbacks of all time. Love doesn't know math. Simple, elegant, savage. The couple has been refreshingly public, posting affectionate selfies, holding hands at events, and even sparking engagement rumors when Cher showed off a sparkling ring. For a woman who's always danced to her own beat, this relationship fits right in. Cher doesn't seek approval, she radiates independence. Her message is clear: life's too short to let other people's opinions dictate who you love. Sam Taylor Johnson and Aaron Taylor Johnson. When filmmaker Sam Taylor Johnson cast 18-year-old Aaron Johnson as John Lennon in her 2009 movie Nowhere Boy, few expected a love story to unfold. Sam was 42, a successful artist and director. Aaron was barely out of high school. Their 23-year age difference became instant tabloid fodder, with critics predicting the relationship wouldn't survive Hollywood's harsh spotlight. They were wrong, spectacularly wrong. The couple married in 2012, blending their surnames to become the Taylor Johnsons. Over a decade later, they're still going strong, raising a family and working on creative projects while dodging gossip with quiet grace. Aaron has since become one of the most sought-after leading men in Hollywood, appearing in blockbusters and acclaimed dramas alike. Their story challenges a huge stereotype: that relationships with big age gaps can't last. For Sam and Aaron, love has been a partnership built on respect and shared ambition. They've kept their private life relatively low drama, despite the initial frenzy, proof that love thrives when the noise is ignored. Kate Beckinsale and Pete Davidson. If there's a queen of laughing in the face of public commentary, it's Kate Beckinsale. Known for her dry British wit and fearless charm, Kate has never hidden her dating life, and why should she? But when she briefly dated comedian Pete Davidson in 2019, the internet lost its collective mind. Pete had just exited his whirlwind engagement to pop star Ariana Grande, and the world was obsessed with his dating life. Enter Kate, then in her mid-40s, dazzling in her signature gothic glam style. The pair were photographed courtside at basketball games, passionately kissing while paparazzi snapped away. Twitter memed it instantly. Tabloids speculated endlessly. Kate handled it all with humor. When asked about the media circus, she coolly replied that she doesn't let strangers' opinions dictate her love life. Fans applauded her unapologetic attitude, and honestly, it was a masterclass in living on your own terms. Short-lived or not, the Kate and Pete moment remains iconic. A reminder that romance can be fun, bold, and nobody's business but your own. Why the double standard still lingers. So why do these relationships spark such outsized reactions compared to their older man, younger woman counterparts? The answer lies in long-standing cultural biases. For centuries, men have been celebrated for aging, their gray hair called distinguished, their wrinkles seen as character. Meanwhile, women have been pressured to preserve youth at all costs, as though desirability has an expiration date. When an older man dates a younger woman, he's often praised for his charm or wealth. When a woman flips the dynamic, she's labeled desperate, inappropriate, or even predatory. It's a tired narrative, and one these women are collectively dismantling by simply living their lives. The truth is, every relationship comes with challenges. Age gaps might mean different cultural references. One partner loves TikTok, the other remembers dial-up internet, or different life stages. But compatibility, shared values, and emotional maturity matter far more than birthdays on a driver's license. Confidence is the real secret sauce. If there's a through line in all these stories, it's confidence. Madonna refuses to let age police her choices. Cher tweets with the kind of energy most of us can only aspire to. Demi Moore weathered relentless scrutiny and kept her grace intact. Sam Taylor Johnson ignored skeptics and built a family. Kate Beckinsale laughed her way through a media circus. These women aren't just redefining romance, they're modeling self-possession. Confidence doesn't erase public judgment, but it renders it irrelevant, and that's the ultimate power move. And there you have it, a deep dive into some of Hollywood's most iconic age gap romances and the fierce women who refuse to let society tell them how to love. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And remember, love doesn't have an expiration date. See you next time.